it is morally unconscionable to me, and I think a number of Virginians, and frankly a number of Americans, which gave rise to the 1976 Audit Amendment, to pay for a procedure like this. It is not in any way, shape, or form the intent of this legislation to deny one's ability to make their own choice. It is instead to deny the ability of them to say, my access depends upon your check to the state.
My name is Mike Dennehy. I'm in the technology business by day, and at night I'm simply known as Daddy. I am up here with Miss Hope, one of my children. We have 12 children altogether. 3 are what we call our homemade cookies. 9 are what we call our store-bought cookies. The 9 are adopted. Within the 9, I have 4 at least that would be affected by the legislation in front of you, or would have been potentially. I'm not going to preach to you, but I just want to tell you a little snippet about some of them. George was born with no arms. George would have been viewed by somebody that just saw a scanned image of him as essentially not having potential. George has learned to play the cello, piano, guitar with his feet, and is influencing people all over the world in the tune of the millions with his message right now. James was born with no arms. James is a straight A student in Hanover High, accomplished young man. Not only is he surviving, he's thriving. He has an inner city ministry right here in Richmond that he heads up. He's part of the chat ministry. Next to me is Miss Hope. Miss Hope was born with no arms or no legs. Miss Hope every day in her school gives the students and teachers around her name, Hope. She's the light of our life. She's the light of the school she's in, and her influence is also global. She's part of a video right now called I Like Adoption. I looked this morning. The video in support of adoption and life was viewed 67,000 times overnight, and Hope is part of that. So when we take an image of somebody and try to judge from an image, a picture, I don't care what you call it, whether their value is valuable or not. You can't predict what their lives are going to be like. So I'm just here to testify to that. I'll close with what my wife tells me whenever I'm considering should I adopt or not. This is going to be hard to do. She says, what if it was you? What if it was you? How would you feel?
Thank you. My name is Michael Lewood, and I want to be assistant director of the Virginia Catholic Conference. While I speak today as a representative of the 2 dioceses of Virginia, I also speak as a person with a disability. I have cerebral palsy, which affects my speech, muscles, and fine motor skills. When I was born in 1986, 98% of infants born like me did not make it. Doctors at one of the leading hospitals in the world, Massachusetts General, told my parents that I would not make it through the night, and in the off chance that I did survive, I would never walk or talk. Here I am. Without Down syndrome, how do we determine, or moreover, who are we to determine what constitutes a life worth living? Senators, I'm living proof that the medical experts are not always accurate. I urge you to support this bill and give all builders like me the chance to prove the efforts wrong. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sonia McKenna, and I'm adopted. I have intellectual disability, which makes it harder for me to learn school projects and subjects, and harder to speak in public. My IQ was tested at 68, which used to be called mildly mentally retarded, a word doctors and teachers no longer use. SB826 would protect babies who have disabilities like me. Why is protecting disability children important? because we matter. With each of our needs, we touch so many hearts just by being who we are. Instead of spending taxpayer dollars for mothers to kill their babies, Virginia should spend this to help mothers care for their special needs children. Please pass SB826 to protect the unborn, especially ones with disabilities like me. Anything else is retarded. Thank you for your attention.
Good morning, my name is Tammy Reese, and I have been a nurse for nearly 28 years, and my area of clinical specialty is perinatal palliative care and perinatal death. I care for women experiencing miscarriage, stillbirth, neonatal death, and SIDS. Please note that I come today to speak as an individual and not as a representative of my employer or any professional organization that I volunteer for. Part of my job entails working with women whose unborn babies have received a diagnosis of a life-limiting condition. The care that I give is often called in the literature perinatal hospice. I teach on this subject to professional audiences nationally, internationally, and recently hosted a group of nurse researchers from Tokyo for a site visit here in Virginia. One of my concerns in this discussion is the undeniable mathematical fact that one can only have a true choice if there's more than one serious, reasonable option offered for people. And what I don't hear in this discussion is a discussion of palliative care and care for women who find out that there is a life-limiting condition for their baby for whom abortion is not a workable option for them. I have heard arguments that continuing these pregnancies is a bad idea because the deaths these babies will experience if they're born closer to term will be painful and agonizing, and some women are even told that it's selfish to carry these babies. I was listening keenly when Senator Sasslaw was mentioning the issue of anencephalic babies. I have taken care of many, many babies that were born in the process of dying, and including the babies with anencephaly. One of my best friends, her baby wasn't born with anencephaly. She carried the baby to term. The baby was born alive. He had a wonderful hour with his family, which was not a useless experience in the eyes of his family. After he died, he was one of the first children to ever donate a liver for cell therapies. It was a post-mortem tissue donation for research that his family had arranged prior to his birth and prior to his death. So these moments these families have, while undeniably sad, are often meaningful and poignant, and everyone shares in them. So my main concern is that you guys have an opportunity to know that these babies that are born with severe life-limiting conditions are very often born in a process of natural shutdown, which allows them to die a very peaceful and quiet death. It is not necessarily one that involves a great deal of suffering.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Senators. Thank you for your service to the Commonwealth. My name is John Schultz. I'm a father and husband who lives in Vienna, Virginia. I'm also a business owner. My wife and I could not have our own children, and after 7 years of marriage, we joined the Fairfax County Foster Care Program. We were told that because we did not have experience in raising children, that we could be respite foster parents. We could take a foster child or children for a weekend or for a week. Instead of that, we were called by Fairfax County because a baby had been abandoned at Fairfax Hospital. This baby was abandoned in part because her teenage mother felt she couldn't care for her, and also because she had extreme medical needs. She had a pre-diagnosis of cerebral palsy because of not breathing for about 15 minutes at birth. Since time is short, I'll show you a picture, and I'll just tell you that we adopted her the day before her second birthday. She's beautiful. She's in special ed kindergarten at Foothill Elementary School. She actually is in the general ed class a great deal. I just want to communicate to the committee the willingness of parents in Virginia, parents like me and parents like the ones that you've heard, to adopt children like this, even with extreme medical conditions. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Maria. I'm from Northern Virginia. I'm a wife and mother, and I have two adopted children, two biological. One of my adopted boys his birth mom was the victim of a date rape, and she gave birth to her son only because she had an abortion the year before, and she had said no one ever told her about the mental suffering that comes from abortion. My child was born, though, positive for cocaine and alcohol addiction. My doctor warned me not to adopt him. They said he would have severe disabilities, but we did anyway. Today he's a healthy 15-year-old. He's totally normal and healthy and does planning his career in the military and in engineering. Excuse me. My second adopted son, his birth mother unfortunately was the victim of rape by her brother. These two teenagers have autism, and doctors again warned me that this child will be severely disabled. My son is 7 years old now. He does have autism, global developmental delays, feeding issues, sleep issues, nonverbal, you name it. But I cannot tell you the joy that he brings our family. My 3 teenagers just adore him. He's brought so much love and joy, and I guess I'm here to tell you that my family's not unique. There are so many families out there willing to take these children, and they're paying the cost. They're paying the medical bills and the lawyer bills, and so I just ask you to please, I urge you to pass this bill.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Very briefly, again, I think we should share reiterating the actual purpose of this bill, which has to do with who pays for abortion. Again, nothing in this bill prohibits any individual from making a decision to end a life. I take personal exception to the choice of words tragically incompatible with life and these described individuals, some of whom spoke at this committee today. And I ask rhetorically, at what point do we redefine the word access to mean someone else is paying for it? I'll close with this. In 2012, Planned Parenthood in the United States paid $242 million in profit. Dr. Northam pointed out, and I said, I'll take the gentleman at his word, that there were 7 of these procedures, I believe, costing $4,544 in Virginia, I believe, in 2009. By my bad math, that means that Planned Parenthood could have taken that profit and performed about 41,500 abortions. This does not restrict access. It simply says that just like the federal government, taxpayers in Virginia will not be forced to pay for this procedure. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Remake the motion. It's been moved and seconded that the bill be reported. Clerk will call the roll.
Senator Sasslaw? Senator Lucas?
No background.
Senator Howell?
No.
Senator Newman?
Aye.
Senator Blevins? Senator Lott?
No.
Senator Barker?
No.
Senator Northam? Senator Miller?
No.
Senator Smith?
Aye.
Senator McWhorters?
Yes.
Senator Black?
Aye.
Senator Carrico?
Aye.
Senator Garrett?
Aye.
Senator Martin?
Aye. 7 votes to report, 8 not to report, and so the motion is defeated. 7-8. The bill actually still remains before there's any further disposition. I move the bill be passed by indefinitely.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. It's okay unless someone intends to change their vote, reverse the votes. Is that okay without objection? Without objection. So now the bill has been PPI 8-7.